Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing very well today. In this video, I've got another beautiful, interesting, and affordable guitar to share with you guys. Let's check it out. Yes, welcome back to the channel, you guys. As I mentioned, I've got a really cool guitar to share with you guys. This one is by, yes, Sterling. And as you guys can see, this is the Valentine. Now there's some really interesting things about this guitar. We're gonna get into that in a second because there's some elements in this guitar that are pretty unique. So let's jump in, let's check out the specs so we know what we're dealing with. Then of course we'll plug it in and check out some of the tones. Right, now for those of you guys who don't know, Sterling is the overseas version of Music Man. So you get all the great Music Man design elements, which I think are some of the best in the industry, but at some, well, significant savings. The Music Man guitars from the USA, thousands of dollars. Sterling versions, much more affordable for the average player, and some very high quality guitars. So anyway, let's get into this guitar, find out what the specs are, and then of course we'll check out the tones. So here are the quick specs on the Sterling Valentine Chambered. Now, of course, I'll link to it in the video description below. You can get full pricing and full specs down there, but here are some of the highlights. Number one, roasted maple neck. These are a joy to play on. The neck profile, yeah, very comfortable, very smooth and satin. So that's the main thing. When you pick up a guitar, you want to know that it's going to play really nice. The neck profile, very comfortable, and that satin finish on the roasted maple neck is really nice. Also, for a guitar in this price tier, like all the Sterlings, you get locking tuners, which I just love to see. So great, and you get the perfect geometry of the Sterling design. So straight string pull, no tilt back, no string trees. That means tuning on these guitars is amazing. There's two versions. I have the fixed bridge here. Also comes with a Bigsby. So if you're a big Bigsby fan, I would probably hold out for that version. But we'll test out, yeah, the fixed bridge here. Should be interesting. Ash body, and of course this is the chambered version. So you get a chambered ash body. Looks really nice. Let me check the end grain here. It's a two-piece. Yeah, nice. Sometimes you might see, you know, a 3 or 4 piece body on this. I don't know if the camera will grab that, but there you go. You can see right by the string button there is where the two halves come together. And when you look on the back, you've done a pretty good job hiding the two pieces there. Looks like a nice one-piece body. So that's really great to see. Yeah, a couple really interesting things about this guitar. It looks like it's two humbuckers. It's not. You've got a humbucker in the neck right there, and you've got a single coil. So it's sort of like Tele-Custom style. So we'll try that out. And of course, I don't know if you guys noticed, little battery pack in the back there, that has the boost circuitry. So I love that, you know, you used to only find them on like the Petrucci models and like those thousands and thousands of dollar guitars. They're bringing the boost switch or the boost circuitry into the Sterling lineup. So boom, you want a solo, add I think 12 dB of boost, something like that. Yeah, so three-way switch, you got the boost circuitry, volume tone, and yeah, humbucker single with the chambered body. So pretty interesting stuff. You get the beautiful contoured heel joint there with, of course, the 5-screw attachment, flush string ferrules too. I always love when the companies flush them. So yeah, that's really nice. So there's the basic specs. Interesting design to look at for sure. I'll just kind of go back a bit. Really cool body design. Love the F-hole and that kind of stuff. But we want to know what it sounds like. Let's plug it in and check out some of the tones. Here we go. I'm going to start in the neck pickup and work my way to the bridge. Mostly clean, just kind of on the edge of breakup, and then I want to try the 12 dB boost and see if we can get some overdrive that way as well. So here we go. Here's just the neck pickup clean. Yeah, there's some pretty big difference between the neck pickup and the bridge. Definitely has a little bit of that telly on steroids kind of sound back there, so that's cool. So let's try kicking in and out the boost. You'll just see me hit this button, and that means the boost is engaged, so let's try that. Yeah, definitely gets a little bit of hair on that sound for sure. Yeah, that boost switch is going to be a ton of fun to work with. And if you need a little, solo, or you're just on the edge of breakup like I am, you just hit that and you definitely get a little gain. But let's go over and check out some higher gain tones. So here are my final thoughts on the Sterling Valentine Chambered. Now, having owned multiple USA Music Man guitars over the years, as well as Sterling guitars, this guitar sounds unlike any of those. There's just some tones going on here that are not on the other guitars. So that's the first thing I noticed. Second, in terms of fit and feel and overall construction, if you blindfolded me and handed me this guitar, I would swear it was a very, very expensive guitar. And that's been my experience with Sterling instruments. And like I said, I've owned, I think, 3 or 4 Music Man USA models over the years. There's just something different about these guitars, like they're connected different. And I don't know if it's like the heel joint or whatever. There's certain guitars, I don't know if you played like, brand A versus brand B and you pick it up and you're like, wow, this feels completely different, like built completely different. That's kind of like the feeling you get for a Music Man or a Sterling. So overall construction was great. Playability, amazing. As I've said before, I think the Music Man overall design is, I think, the best currently made, just in terms of like the geometry and the playability. So this guitar has that. So it's got the great construction, great playability, interesting tones. It's nice to have the boost circuit on there. Interesting that they added it on this guitar, and I hope it comes to all the models because it does have the single coil. And as you heard, I had a heavy gate on when I was playing like the high gain stuff because it is a single coil here, a true single coil. You can get some okay tones out of there. Not necessarily what it's built for. It's kind of built for like that thick kind of super telly bridge pickup. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys like all the different gain stages, or a few different gain stages on the guitar. Pretty different in terms of like the bridge versus the neck. The neck is big and thick. It's low output and really creamy. And I think, at least the way this guitar was set up, low neck pickup, high bridge to kind of equalize those pickups because the humbucker versus the single coil. Very quacky in position too, or both pickups on at the same time. That was pretty cool too. So yeah, very interesting tones on this. And if you've played other Sterling or just like a double humbucker guitar, you'll know there's a few different very unique tones on this guitar, which is pretty cool. Overall construction, really good. I should mention the one thing I don't like is this back cavity cover is not flush. So the string ferrules are flush, everything's smooth. This is not, and I'm guessing it's due to the boost circuitry. It's probably like a longer pot or something like that. So that's the one thing I noticed is this is not flush. Everything else is kind of nice and flush. So, but in terms of, yeah, the fit and finish, the overall construction, it's really nice. So to wrap things up, the guitar is unique, interesting tones, really well built, priced well. If you've got a Strat, you've got a Les Paul, you want something different, this guitar would definitely fit the bill. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I will link to the guitar down in the video description below. You can check it out there. Other than that, have yourself a great day, you guys. Take care.